All right, we are about set for another evening of Husky hockey live from Northgate, Seattle at the Kraken Community Ice Complex. My name is Josh. I will be with you this evening commentating, and hopefully you'll be with me as well on the comments and also on Twitter at hashtag Husky Hockey. Tonight, the University of Washington Huskies will be taking on their cross-state rivals, from Gonzaga University. We're missing the tripod tonight, so we will do our best to provide visual coverage. And the first call is an icing. They'll take it back to center ice. I believe it's a delayed offside call. So it'll come back to center ice. UW tossing out their fourth line to start the game, with Dudley Morris on the right, who's now playing right wing position. Darren Morris. And that line is centered by Logan Maloney, another former defenseman turned forward. Roberts and Clank get the start at defense. Clank is the highest scoring defenseman on the UW roster, known for his powerful shot from the point. This chips up, batted out towards the point, but not out. Aaron Morris picks it up in the corner, takes a body, but gets it low to Blake Strand. Blake Strand takes a hit on the far boards. Huskies hold it in, the shot is blocked, and the Huskies maintain possession. Gonzaga trying to clear the zone, and eventually they do. Roberts back to chase, and it's tipped in by Aaron Morris and frozen by the Gonzaga goalie. We'll be doing our best to get you Gonzaga names. We don't have a roster for them, but we like to call out the opposing team's names, especially because we hope that there might be some parents tuning in. So if you're tuning in from Eastern Washington or wherever you might be as a fan of Gonzaga, welcome. The Zags clear the zone. Gonzaga, of course, most known for its basketball prowess, as Daniel Smith lays a hit and gets the puck back. Lots of fans here in attendance tonight. Williams takes a shot from the point. It gets through for the Huskies' second shot on goal. Just under 2 minutes already played. The Huskies have established themselves in the offensive zone. Out in front, beautiful save. Wow, kick save and a beauty. That was a one-time opportunity. And here come Gonzaga, but not before they're thwarted in the neutral zone. 19 picks up the puck, and Gonzaga gets their first zone time. Trying to maintain it, bouncing puck, nice pinch by Rott at defense. Back out in front, that one just missed. Lining up a shot, and a nice save. The first by Huskies keeper Tyler Roberts, who gets a start tonight. Got a start last weekend as well. Roberts 7-1 on the year with a 3.5 goals against average. Pat Costa, the starting goalie for UW, Nice hustle there to try and thwart the icing. That was... Can't see... Prigidich, perhaps. Gonzaga wins the draw. Plays it behind the net, out in front, wraparound opportunity. It's still loose. And finally the whistle's blown. Gonzaga looking dangerous early in play. That was Belstein, the left winger. Huskies come away with the draw. Rung around. Azermanov now. Toe dragging and a nice play by Rott. Huskies still have the puck. Shot goes wide. Lots of excitement from the Dog fans this evening. It is the last home series of the year for the Huskies. Huskies get a change. Turned over, shot out in front. And it's cleared away to the near boards. Gonzaga having some trouble in their zone with the breakouts as Dudley lays a hip check on the far side, out in front, nobody home. This is the Azermanov, Maloney, Dudley line. This one hits a linesman, but Gonzaga will get a change. Huskies trying to take advantage, but Gonzaga gets their players onto the ice. Stevens, nice pass into the zone for Dudley, but Dudley can't handle it. No ice. Huskies back to fetch. It's top scorer, Joshua Luigi. Luigi's such a good puck handler as a zag goes down. Ollie dropping to Dudley, and the Huskies turn it over. They'll have to be careful here. They had 3 players deep. Gonzaga coming with numbers, but Huskies back check to even the personnel. Luigi in his own corner. Shot, pass a little bit too far, winds up at the Gonzaga point. Shot goes wide. Another shot deflected, wide. Huskies a little bit disorganized in their own zone as Luigi takes a hit. Shaping up to be a closer series than last weekend, in which the Huskies recorded 2 decisive wins by a score of 13-0 and then 10-3 against the visiting University of California, San Diego. About 5 minutes played here in the first period. Pretty even battle so far. Gonzaga having more of the shots in the last few minutes after the Huskies came out pretty strong. Shot from the point. Nice save by Roberts, steering it to his right. Prigidich a little bit too ahead of that pass. It'll be offside. Jeroa Perez set to take the draw against Prigidich and the Huskies. Number 1 line for the Huskies out there. Working on the contrast here. And the Huskies score. There's a loose puck out in front. And it was Morris, the captain, to put it home. So, Huskies get on the board first this evening, as they have in many of their past games. The Huskies have won 12 straight, going back to November of last year. They're on a roll with only 3 losses, though they turn the puck over at the blue line. This deflects off a Husky and goes down for an icing. Good hustle by Prigadich. Huskies skating hard tonight, trying to beat out the icing, trying to tire out this Gonzaga squad. But the faceoff will come back down into the Huskies zone. Gonzaga wins the draw. Back to the right side, rung around the boards here to the assistant captain, number 8. And Gonzaga yields the zone. Across to Rott, the big defenseman. Manlove dodging a check, but the Huskies take over. It's Jovan Banga with a cross-ice pass. Nobody there for the Huskies. Gonzaga with it in their own zone. Big pass through the neutral zone. Eventually it does find Burstein. Shot, and goalie doesn't know where it is. Roberts made the initial save, and the puck dropped to his feet without his knowledge. And he eventually pounces on it to freeze the play. Roberts looking like he's just getting his bearings here. The first game of 2 this weekend. Crates has his shot blocked. Huskies waiting for reinforcements. The drop pass mishandled, but Connor Clank able to clean it up and dump it deep into the offensive zone. Huskies needed a little bit more physicality on that forecheck. 2 players go in and neither of them takes a body. Nice pass out in front and a beautiful save. Another great save by the Gonzaga goalie as the Huskies freeze the puck at the other end, but a great saucer pass into Luigi, I believe. No, that was Michael Shippey who got out in the end of that centering pass and did a nice job to put it in the far corner, but a great save. Huskies forechecking 2 players, trying to put pressure on the Gonzaga defense, and they do force the turnover in the neutral zone. Huskies turn it over themselves, however, before Clank recollects. Huskies clear their zone. A lot of this neutral zone play. Neither team really playing with too much fluidity, a little bit disjointed so far this evening. Good crowd on hand here tonight at the Kraken Iceplex. Huskies using their speed, tying up a player, and again forcing a turnover. Nice job by the Husky forecheckers, namely Max Arzimanov. Attempted pass up to the defense, but picked off by number 9 in gray. Nobody there. Bad angle shot goes off the side of the net. Huskies need to do a little bit better in receiving their passes, just getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Nice play, however, by Roberts, was the last defender back. Nice play by 19, giving it off. Shot! Nice save off the blocker, low side by Roberts. 2 Huskies collide with 27 out there as he's slow to get up. That was Manlove. Wants a penalty, not going to get it. So it's going to come back to the far face-off dot. Stevens, Ali, and I think they've got Dudley out there as well. Nice hit on the near side. Huskies now ramping up the physicality a little bit. Ali speeding down the left-hand side. He's got Roberts in the middle. Stevens, rather. Huskies with it tangled in their skates. We're about halfway through the first period, which the Huskies got off to an early lead. This will go back for an icing. Really like the play of number 8, Christopher Williams, last weekend, using his skating to move the puck up ice, establish the Huskies offensively. This out in front, and it's cleared away. Williams with a shot, it's blocked again, and they score! Morris again in the right spot. Goal number 2 for the veteran. And the Huskies double their lead here in the first with a rebound goal from Aaron Morris. Gonzaga looking to come back, and they do. A goal, somewhat of a fluke, bouncing around. The Husky defender had done a good job to body the man on the rush, but it just took a bounce over Tyler Roberts' left pad, and less than 10 seconds after the Huskies score, Gonzaga gets their first goal of the game. 2-1 the score. Gonzaga showing the Huskies that this won't quickly become a blowout. Williams wheeling behind his net, across to the winger Smith. Smith holding it up and eventually getting it to Shippey. Shippey finding the open man in Williams. Williams skating well, moving in, dragging between 2 defenders. 2 Gonzaga players go down, but Williams did lose the puck. Back to the point. Plank registering a shot. Out in front, dangerous puck. And this goes wide. Huskies still messing around with it out in front. Husky goes down. That was Smith. Back to the point. Plank thinking about a shot. It's blocked out in front. Huskies bat it. Wide left. Out in front again. Beautiful save. Moving left to right. Williams shooting. That's wide. Good shift by the Huskies to respond to Gonzaga's goal. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first. Michael Shippey picking up the puck for his team. Williams taking the shot. Blocker save. Goalie didn't really see it. Still bouncing out around in front. Finally, Gonzaga clears the zone, and a bunch of tired players are going to leave the ice. Huskies looking to get the puck back up quickly. Smith trying to put it in. Manlove not able to gain possession there, so the Huskies come back the other way. Shippey shooting high glove side. That goes wide. Nice job by Shippey to really protect the puck. I love what he does with his body when he runs into opposing defenders, really using his shoulders to shield the puck and protect it from poke check. You see similar stuff in basketball and soccer as well. Out in front again. You know, we're seeing some pretty good saves by the goalie, but as far as the rebound control goes, leaves a little something to be desired. Huskies are really peppering Gonzaga with shots. Huskies intercepted out in front and clear the puck to center ice. Turnover in neutral zone gives the Huskies another opportunity, but Gonzaga's able to recover. Manlove shoved to the ground. Puck bouncing around a bit before Azarmanov smartly just puts it deep in the zone. Bouncing off the side of the net, Azarmanov behind as the Huskies were changing one. Stevens back out there. It may be a 2-on-1 developing here for Gonzaga. This one hits the side of the net. This is definitely Gonzaga's top line as Burstein fires it wide. Back out in front, Huskies clear the danger. Cutting out in front, nice block again by the Huskies. Burstein with another slapper from the point. He's not afraid to shoot. McCoskey is the winger here on this near side. Seven minutes to go here in the first period. 2-1 the score. Huskies scored the first two unanswered, and then Gonzaga very quickly brought their team back within one. Dangerous pass, but Gonzaga able to handle it. Castro dumps the puck deep. On the other side, Plank there to fetch. Tries to go up the right side, and ooh, kind of a scary pass. Right through danger, but it makes it through. Nice pass up the boards. And Gonzaga puts it deep. Castro once again dumping in the puck. Gonzaga forechecking two. You can see two players there deep in the zone. That gives the Huskies an opportunity here with a 2-on-1. Stevens waiting for the pass. A nice diving play to clear. Stevens a little bit pensive. Getting into a good real estate for that 2-on-1. Nice job by Strand to forecheck and win the puck back for his team. Morris back to the point, but it goes a little bit far. The Huskies have skated really hard on the forecheck, so what that means is when they lose the puck or when they dump it in, they're really quick to get back on it. This is going to be a penalty for that hit. It's going to go against Morris. They're probably going to call that boarding. So you're not allowed to hit a player from that distance from the boards. It's not Morris, but rather Gerda Perez for the first power play of the game. Could have also called that charging. There's only a certain amount of steps that you're really allowed to take. You can't skate from across the ice and then line up a player and drop them. So we'll see what the official call is, but could have been any number of penalties. Huskies have their number one power play out there. Maloney, Prigadich, and Morris. They have Plank at the top of that umbrella with his cannon. You can see one player at the point really with Plank. Morris will be back to support when he needs to, like this situation. So far, not much going on the power play for the Huskies. 40 seconds gone. 5 minutes to go in the period. Prigadich gets the puck on the right-hand side. Kilos, wheeling, shooting, scores! That's Shippy with a great dangle. He looks up and picks out his spot. And he goes high glove for the third goal of this Husky first period. So the Huskies notch one on the power play. Huskies getting great production from their top scorers tonight. 2 from Morris. And Shippy checking in with that latest snipe from the left-hand side. So whistled offside. So 3-1, the new score. Really love the patience that Michael Shippy displays. Oftentimes, you see a player coming at you, you just take a shot at the net, but Shippy knows he's on the power play, knows he's going to get a little bit of time, evades one player, gets a better angle, and then looks up and picks out his spot. Really, Really good looks from Michael Shippey, who now is on the puck. Comes all the way across to Williams. Williams down low. Out in front, and they score again! Huskies with 2 goals in the same shift. And I believe that was Shippey again. Could have been Smith out in front. But a great centering pass. A good finish. And the Huskies are quickly up 4-1. With 4 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Big hit at center ice. Azimanov pops right back up and goes to help out in the forecheck very effectively. Jovan Banga picks off that pass, sends it back deep in the zone. Huskies forecheck again effective, but Gonzaga able to clear. And whistle blows for, I don't know what. Don't know what the whistle was there. Huskies really have a strong core of seasoned veterans. Smith, another one. And they're really leaning on those talented, experienced players who continue to put up great numbers and good performances. Huskies trying to break it out. Hayes in his own zone. Azimanov gives chase. This pass all the way up to Bowers. Shot goes high. Run around the boards, back behind the net, out in front, and that shot goes wide. Great between the legs pass from behind the net, but the eventual shot goes wide. Gonzaga back out in front, trying to shoot. Huskies getting in the way. McCloskey from the point, again high. High stick called. So the faceoff will leave the zone. Clearly number 17, McCloskey has a good shot, but those shots, those rising shots from the point, oftentimes they're easier to see and harder to deflect if you are a Bulldog out in front. So defensemen often taught to keep their shots low and hard from the point in traffic. Two and a half minutes remaining here in the first period, where the Huskies have jumped out to a 3-goal lead. Ali with the puck. They're going to call offside, as Kulos had brought the puck out of the zone before passing it back in. Huskies bringing their top line back out. Morris to take the draw. And he is eventually successful against Castro. Huskies have been so assertive in the offensive zone, really putting pressure on the puck wherever it is. Skating really hard. A lot of that is really pure effort. Positioning, sure, and strategy most definitely, but the Huskies clearly, as their game plan, said, we're going to come out and force turnovers. We're going to bottle up Gonzaga in their own zone and not give them an opportunity to really make anything happen through the neutral zone. Gonzaga does pick it up. Nice play by Kulos. Number 19, Bowers for Gonzaga, showing some skill. Huskies in, and that hit the post. Prigadich rings it off the iron, the crossbar. Now Huskies come in with speed. Dangle, blocker save. Smith looking for a second shot. Nice block. Out in front. Gonzaga trying to get that stretch pass. Roberts out of his net. Eventually the Huskies get on the puck. Nice job by Shippey to give it up to the oncoming Strand. Strand to Smith. Smith bodied off the puck. Nice physical work in the corners. They are going to call a penalty. Interference. It's going to go against Smith, I believe. Smith did get himself between a Gonzaga player and the puck. Didn't see too much there. But they are going to call him for interference. The assistant captain and goal scorer. .5 seconds to go in this first period. And should Gonzaga not score, they'll carry a good chunk of this power play into the second. This is Gonzaga's first power play opportunity, so we'll see how they set up. Huskies do knock the net off the posts. The net is designed to come off so that if some player comes crashing in, it's not going to just destroy them. So you do see that sometimes. You have these little metal posts that actually slide into the goal posts. And they're there to keep the net a little bit in place, but it can come off, as it just did. Huskies victorious in the face-off dot. Nice job once again by Williams to get the puck all the way down, and that's going to run out the period. 4 goals from University of Washington and 1 from Gonzaga, and that's where things stand in the penultimate home game of the 2022-23 UW Husky hockey season. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second. All right, we're back for second period of action between the University of Washington Huskies and the Gonzaga Bulldogs out of Spokane, Washington. It's about a 4.5-hour drive to Spokane. Depending on the snow conditions, you have to hit Snoqualmie Pass. We'll get a map for you in a moment. But for now, we've got a face-off. Huskies do a nice job of controlling the puck, but they do fail to get it deep there. Gonzaga with a chance to regroup, set things up on the power play. There's a minute 25 remaining on that Husky penalty to Smith for interference. Gonzaga setting up, getting the puck down low. Back to Belstein. Belstein looking for a shooting angle. Back down low. Back again to Belstein, who's not able to keep the puck in. A little bit of chaos out at center ice. But Gonzaga coming back with it. Gaining the zone. Shooting. And Roberts missed that, but it did go over the net. Nice job by the Bulldogs to keep it in. They have some numbers here. And the tip hits the side of the net. So this is rung all the way down. Huskies get it clear. They'll change their forwards. It's going to be Stevens and Ali out there up top for the Huskies, top of the box. Down low to the left circle, shot and save. Roberts saw that one the entire way. Just 1 second till Smith comes out of the box. You'll see him on the left of your screen. Huskies back to full strength and kill off the power play without too much trouble. That's Prigadich going down at his own blue line, but the puck comes back to Williams. Williams retreats behind his own net. Now skates it and backhands it to center ice. Mans tried to get there but couldn't, and instead the Huskies coming back, and that goes right into the midsection of number 95, the goalie for Gonzaga. Huskies win the draw. This one hits the face of the goalie. Gonzaga fails to clear. Prigadich goes down. And the puck goes to the near side corner where it comes out to Jovan Banga. Banga turns over the puck at center ice. And Gonzaga puts it deep. Hayes is calling for it at the point, but he needs to back up. He eventually gets it, keeps it in for a moment. But now Michael Shippey coming 1-on-2, trying to walk through two defenders. Eventually Gonzaga just able to clear it out. Eventually that goes for an icing. So it'll be a face-off in the Huskies' offensive end. Strand is down there on the ice, and he's actually going to be the one getting the penalty here for interference. The two players were tussling. And Strand now notified that the penalty is against him. So now the Huskies will have to kill another power play. This one against Blake Strand for interference. And that's just kind of a classic retaliation call that you're going to see most of the time. Nice job by Bowers to get through some congestion. And they do call the offside to the chagrin of number 8 on Gonzaga. He's having some words with the linesman. "13 seconds gone early in this power play for Gonzaga. Bowers taking the draw against Maloney. Maloney eventually gets the win, but the Huskies turn the puck over. Bowers, the shot hits a crossbar, and the Huskies get away with one there. Some great passing by the Zags. Roberts picks that one out with the glove. So Gonzaga getting close. Some good power play work. And that weak side one-timer was about 2 inches away from cutting down this lead. Puck thrown into the far corner. Cross-ice pass, handled. Back down low. Shot into traffic. One-timer goes wide off the back of the net, trying to stuff it home. A little bit too far. Under a minute left here in this Gonzaga power play. Again, the shot hits traffic in front. It's a poor shot selection there. Really tough angle to shoot from, especially on the power play. And a careless pass by Bowers, but Gonzaga does recover. Bowers with it out in the front. The tip goes wide. Bowers with a nice little give and go. And he was able to tip the puck, but only wide. Manlove now. Wheeling through the zone, coming in without many reinforcements, but eventually gets one back to the point. There's a cross to McCoskey. Made it through a dangerous area. Penalty about to expire for Blake Strand. He's back on the ice, and he gets it. He's in, all alone, and he scores! Blake Strand out of the penalty box and into the back of the net. Husky fans on their feet in Seattle. Strand had all the time he could ask for, and he made no mistake going far side past the glove for the 5th goal for the Seattle Kraken. So a tough turn of events for Gonzaga, who had hit a crossbar on the power play and then conceding in the seconds after its expiration. You always got to track that player coming out of the penalty box. The Huskies knew he was there. Beautiful stretch pass to spring him free. And he had acres of space, as they might say in the soccer community. This one saved out in front and eventually frozen. So how far is it to Spokane? Well, let's check it out. If you wanted to get there, we'll get back to you on that. Get you the driving directions, about 4.5 hours. Williams playing with a lot of confidence. And it does get to icing. So, you'd head east on I-90. You'd hit Snoqualmie Pass, the North Cascades. Pretty snowy this time of year, some really good snow up in those ski resorts, Alpental. And then you'd come down the eastern slope through Yakima, Ellensburg, in the original wine country of Washington. And then you'd cross the high plateau. Nice job by Morris to keep the puck in. Again, the Huskies strong on the forecheck. But again, they take a penalty. Things getting a little bit chippy here as the Huskies open up a big lead. Morris doesn't like the call. This one's going against Prigadich, who's going to sit for at least 2, at most 2 or less. So Huskies need to kill off another power play. This is kind of a must score for Gonzaga, who finds themselves down by a 4-goal margin. Nice job by Strand to pick it off. Back to Shippey. So far, so good for this Huskies PK. It's JT Rimmerin and Michael Shippey out there for the Huskies with Luigi and Williams to back them up. Is that Williams? Roberts. They're the other defenseman. Now the Huskies bring out Ollie and Stevens as the forwards. Gonzaga comes away from the draw. Nice no-look pass. Manlove wheeling out in front, and just nobody really there. Belstein was charging towards the net, but it beat him. Minute 12 left on the Husky penalty. Hayes up at the point. He loses the puck. Nice job by Ali to put pressure and eventually force Gonzaga to retreat. Hayes up the right wing now. Far shot. Roberts looked a little bit confused, but eventually he hangs on. 49 seconds now with the faceoff coming in the Huskies zone. Huskies win the draw. Nice job by Maloney, but Eventually, someone goes crashing into the net. .39 seconds left for the Huskies, who are going to take another penalty, it looks like. I don't really get the call there, but they're calling Maloney for roughing. So I guess they didn't like the way Maloney shoved a player into the net, but now it's going to be a 5-on-3 opportunity for extended time. The three for the Huskies will be Azimanov, Plank, and Hulos to start. Morris wanting an explanation from the referee before he skates off the ice. Waiting for the scoreboard up there. You have any thoughts on the game so far? Would love to hear them. Love to get fans involved in the broadcast. Had some great art last time around. Fans generally concluded their distaste for these Husky jerseys. I call them the Shawshank Redemption alternates. And the boys down below having some trouble with the scoreboard. Look at that hockey hair. Ooh, those wings. Looks like he's wearing a helmet already. If anyone's ever seen a Minnesota high school hockey hair, all hockey hair team, shout out to you. And if you haven't, check it out. Some great hockey hair coming out of the state of Minnesota, especially in the tourney, as they call it, the high school championships. This one thumps off of the left pad, Roberts. Some scoreboard confusion. Can't really tell you about the first penalty, how much time's left, but continues to be this 5-on-3. Huskies doing well to just keep Gonzaga out of the danger zone. You can see a lot of ice on the 5-on-3. You just really look at how tightly packed they are together in front of their own net. They'll take a shot from the point. But a nice job by Kulos. And he's not able to find the jailbroken Prigadich. So the Huskies gain a player back, and it's 5-on-4 for another minute 10 at the most. Big number 55 skating in and back to his point. Across to Douglas. Back to Rott. Down low. And that shot goes high and wide. Nice job by the Huskies to clear. 42 seconds left. About halfway through this second period in which the Huskies have added to their lead, in addition to killing off a number of penalties. This cross-ice pass to Douglas on the near side. He gives it and gets it again. He has a man to his left. The snapshot. Nice save by Roberts. Eventually Gonzaga comes up with it. Nice interception. Great anticipation there by Williams. Williams does lose the puck. Huskies at full strength. And this pass misses its man. The Huskies will take a draw back in their own zone. Halfway through the game, and the Huskies are off to a commanding lead. It's been probably a tighter game than the scoreboard gives credit, but the Huskies have finished on their opportunities, and that's kind of the difference here. Gonzaga has enjoyed some decent zone time, but they really haven't managed to really get into too threatening of positions. So give the Huskies defense especially credit for preventing some of the higher quality scoring opportunities. Smith takes a hit, but Rimmerin picks up the puck. Back to Shippey. Huskies keep it in. Shippey's in all alone. He goes to the forehand and can't pull the trigger. Just one too many moves, and Shippey lost the puck. Huskies score, though. It's a rebound opportunity. And we've been talking about those rebounds all night. And most definitely the Gonzaga goalie is going to want that back because that landed in the lap of a Huskies player. Didn't quite see who scored. I believe it was Smith who put that one home, and if so, it would be his second goal of the game. Huskies now with a 6-1 lead over Gonzaga. Bowers out to take the draw. That bounce pass misses Morris. But Morris able to pick it up. Strand out in front, couldn't handle the pass. Morris picks it up. He has a man in front. Instead, he opts to go to the point. Roberts launches a shot, hits a shin pad. Roberts again. He has time to set it up. This is deflected and just goes wide. Huskies back out in front. And the puck is frozen. So the Gonzaga Bulldogs, it's a matchup of the Dogs tonight. The Bulldogs versus the Huskies. I'm partial to a Bulldog, but I'm more of a French Bulldog kind of guy. This shot hits the crossbar, the rising shot off the faceoff. You know, a lot of mascots, most Bulldogs you see, they're English Bulldog mascots. Plank coming in, that shot high and wide. But I'd love to see a Frenchie mascot. Not as pugnacious, perhaps, but certainly worthy of celebration. Bowers in his own corner. Just flips it out to center ice. Huskies have done a good job of preventing real fluid breakouts from Gonzaga. So they've been pressuring the defense, as you can see, some good forechecking. They'll win the puck back, but then you'll see plays like that where all the defense can really do, given the pressure, is to flip the puck out to neutral ice where the Huskies then recollect and re-enter. The shot goes wide. Plank dumps it deep, where Maloney runs into the referee on the far side. Huskies get a change. This one hits a shin pad. It's an opportunity for Bowers. Bowers in, and nobody else really there to support. Almost looked like Bowers was himself offside, but the refs continued to let play go on. Back to the point. Low shot. out in front. And Huskies clear the zone. You can see 3 Huskies here deep in the zone. They're really unrelenting in the forecheck. Puck back to the Huskies' blue line, where Belstein was forced off of it. Maloney giving it up, and now going back behind the net. Dudley puts it deep. And all Gonzaga can really do is chip the puck out of their own zone. Huskies a little bit bottled up here. Castro with the puck on the near side. All the way across, but nicely intercepted by Jovan Banga, who misses his man, but does clear the zone. Gonzaga back with it, trying to exert some more pressure here. They haven't really had too many opportunities here in the second period. The first was probably better for them. But I think they're playing with a little bit more physicality. Now just playing for pride, trying to get themselves back in the game. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second period. 6-1 the score. Huskies throw out their number 2 line. Rimmerin, Smith, and Shippey. That's going to be a penalty, but the Huskies do have delayed penalty, but the whistle is blown. Seeing now some frustration on the part of number 12, Murdy, and a number of his teammates. And that will cost Gonzaga some time on the power play. On the penalty kill, rather. And they score! That's goal number 7 for the Huskies. Came on a shot from the point, and that was a 3-second power play. This one, a rocket from Matt Plank, who we had mentioned had that shot, and he loosed it for his first goal of the game, number 7 for the Huskies. We get a timeout for the part of Gonzaga, just trying to stop the bleeding. Appreciate the messages. Shout out to Dan for chiming in. Let me know where you're viewing from, you know? I'd love to hear where we've got the fans tuning in from. It's a rainy night here in Seattle. We had some nice weather. There's some February sunshine, but it's back to the windy cold. Days are getting longer, though. Hope you're getting some sun wherever you are. I know it's pretty chilly on the East Coast. It's negative 14 today in my hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. So far, the Huskies have really come out with a game plan and executed. A lot of that has involved a strong forecheck, finishing their checks, clogging up the neutral zone, and they've been really efficient offensively. They've definitely had the lion's share of opportunities, but they have converted on nearly every grade A chance they've gotten. Clank able to get that wide, and they've done really well these types of plays. Just quick tape-to-tape passing, nothing too fancy. D to D, backhanded. Where Smith picks it up. He has someone to his right. It's back, and we have a play blown dead as the net comes off. So the Zags not able to change because they were the ones to knock off their net. Bowers, Belstein, and number 27, whom I can't see, are the forwards for Gonzaga. Clank able to keep it in, but somewhat weakly, and Bowers moving through with speed across his blue line. They pick it up, and a nice kick save. Roberts has looked pretty good tonight. He's done what's been asked of him. He's looked sometimes shaky, sometimes not quite tracking the puck, especially with the glove, but he has been well positioned. He has controlled his rebounds well. And those are the things you need to do as a goalie. Only one goal allowed. Gonzaga back to their defense. This is thrown deep. Now they shoot, and nice save once again. By Roberts. Bunch of people out in front, and he was able to get a glove on it. 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Even strength action. That shot didn't look like Roberts saw it the whole way, but he did manage to put a pad on it. Nice job by Williams to put on the brakes and go the other way. Azumanov almost finding his man. Nice job by the Huskies to hustle down and chase that puck, and this will go down for an icing. They'll wave off icing, actually. Huskies skate through that. Back out in front. Now Azumanov, they have a 3-on-2, and Azumanov scores! The Huskies had numbers, but Azumanov opted to shoot himself. It may have hit a defender in front, but however it got there, it certainly did cross the goal line, bringing the Huskies' goal total to 8. A tick under 3 minutes remaining here in the second period of action. This is dumped in. They're going to call no icing. It's going to be Morris in the corner first. But the Huskies do regain control. He's outnumbered. No help there, really. But Morris regains control. It's one-on-one. He shoots, and that goes high. And it's back for Morris. Morris looking, shooting again. Out in front, and the Huskies deal with it. It scoots out in front once again. Huskies go down. Gonzaga holds the line. Morris with an open shot again. Again he shoots. Once more. And finally the Huskies able to get the puck out of their own zone. Good shift for Gonzaga. Responding to goal number 8 for the Huskies. Huskies cough it up again. Ballare on the shot there. They shoot. And it goes wide, back out in front. Rebound opportunity not there. This is probably the best shift of pressure for Gonzaga, but play is blown dead as Roberts went down, holding his head. So far, nobody's called for the trainer. And he does get to his feet somewhat gingerly. And now the trainer walking out. We never really want to speculate about injuries, so we'll leave that to the professionals. Huskies having some words with their opponents. Hope they're kind ones. You gotta love some competition, but you know, a lot of unnecessary fighting, I think, in hockey. That's me on my soapbox. As a former hockey player, love to see the intensity. I love the physicality as well. I think that's a great part about hockey. Pretty unique other than, say, football and rugby. But much more sustained and fast-paced. We are going to see Roberts stay on. So glad to hear that. Pat Costa thought he might get an opportunity, but he'll go back to the bench. And the faceoff will be in the Huskies zone with 92 seconds remaining here in the second period. Nice job by Strand to evade one defender. He's got the far side. Goalie's frozen on it. Stick's loose, puck's loose, and eventually it gets out to the Husky blue line. Goalie still without his stick. That's definitely a dangerous situation to be in, but now he regains it. Nice kick save to the left. Kilos fires one in. Back out in front, back to Kilos. Kilos with a low shot, and it's in! The Huskies score again. It was deflected out in front. The goalie went to his right, and that left a yawning net for Aaron Morris, which maybe if it was Morris, that'll be his third of the game, a hat trick. No hats on the ice. Washington, a newer state to hockey in many ways. Obviously, the Seattle Kraken, their second season. So some people obviously been playing for a while, but for many it's relatively new. So for the fans, it may be kind of hard to convince people to throw their hats on the ice. I don't know if I really would, but you do love to see it for a hat trick. Don't know the origin of the tradition. Nice job by Shippey, trying to get his man out in front. Smith gets tied up, and they are going to call the penalty for interference. They're actually going to call it on Shippey. He gets a round of applause from the fans. There's some good hockey here from Michael Shippey. Look at that flow. Look at that lettuce. Roberts snatches that one. 22 seconds left in the second period. Huskies setting up in a tight box here. Got a defender breaking to the net, and stick breaks. Got those fiberglass sticks for their lightness, but not always their strength. The buzzer sounds at the end of the second, and the Huskies have a, let me correct this here, 9-1 lead against their opponents. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the final period of the series opener between the University of Washington and Gonzaga University. right, third period. And the Huskies start it with about 90 seconds of penalty kill. Azimanov moving to his right, but he has the puck poke checked away. Now two Huskies converge to take down a lone Bulldog. So the Bulldogs will bring the puck back to center ice. Kulos chips it back in. And a big hit at the blue line by Logan Maloney. Now it's Maloney in all alone, 1-on-2. And he takes a penalty. So the Huskies really want to give the puck away at this point. I don't know what they're doing. So they're going to get Maloney for roughing. Right, so if you're on the power play already and the other team takes a penalty, the idea is you don't want to run more time off the clock because that prevents more time on the 5-on-3. Hope you follow that. Either way, if you didn't, no matter. Because the result is 30 seconds of a 5-on-3 and then 2 minutes against Maloney for roughing. Shot, rebound, somehow it stays out of the net, and one more save before the puck goes to the point. McCloskey deflected. Williams was on it for a moment, continues to battle for it, and it comes back to Rott. Rott to McCloskey. McCloskey back to Rott. 5-on-4 now for the Huskies as they get a man back. Shippey's penalty, and that's chipped up and over the net. Belstein almost got there. Belstein shoots, scores! Belstein gets it and snipes it over that glove, which had been vulnerable. We'd seen it all game, and eventually it gives. Beautiful shot from Belstein. We had a great angle on it, too. Gonzaga starts things out in this third period with a goal. So back to even strength as the Huskies killed off one penalty and conceded a goal on the other. Morris dumps it deep where Strand picks it up. Strand walking through two, gives it off to Prigodic, who loses it. Chipped out to center ice. Williams on the puck now. Ahead to Morris, who lets it go into shallow offensive zone, picks the puck back up, comes back to the high slot. Strand shoved into the boards, gets the puck down low. Morris is going to be the first to it in the corner. Up to Williams. Williams down low, bounces behind the net. One thing we've seen about number 95, the goalie, is he's a committing keeper. Huskies walk it back out in front. And they get a shot. Morris lays a hit in the far corner. And it's back to Williams, who does manage to at least tie in the foot race. And Roberts freezes a puck. Third period here. Just under 3 minutes gone. So far, goal for Gonzaga. Their second of the game. Off the stick of Belstein. Nice job by the Zags defender to pinch in. He goes down. And nice find in the center ice where Shippey picks up the puck. Rimmerand's breaking. Shippey shoots far side. You know, a lot of this game has really been won and lost in the corners. as many hockey games are. As the Huskies chip away at it, and it goes out of play. Corners are they're not the sexy part of the rink. They really aren't. That's where the sausages are made. That's where you really grind it out. You don't score goals from the corners, but you win the puck back for your team in the corners. And you know who sees that? Your teammates and the coach. And it's physical. It's physical play in the corners, and the Huskies have not shied away from that this evening. So if you want to up your hockey knowledge, just keep track of what's going on. Down behind the net, down in the corners, and see who comes up with the puck. And more often than not, the team that is able to win those battles extends their time in the offensive zone, gets pucks to more dangerous areas, and ultimately scores more goals. Normally with corner play, you see the first player go in and really tie up their opponent, neutralize them, kind of shove them against the boards, and then you'll have your backup, or the number 2 guy coming in. This hits a deflection out in front. Number 2 guy will then come and try and fish out the puck. So let's see if we can, well, this one goes up and over. It's going to be brought back out to neutralize. What do you all think the Huskies have done well tonight? Let us know. What have you liked from the Zags? Belstein picks up the puck. Centers it, and it's kicked away nicely. Neatly by Roberts. Ali has been quick on the puck tonight. That was a good centering pass. Poked back to the point. Nobody there. Dudley on it now, wheeling around. And Ali's on it. Huskies really dominating low in the zone. So you can see, watch, one player trying to get a body on, but ineffectively, and the Huskies kept control in the corner and were able to get a shot. Huskies bring out their number 2 line. Asimanov picks up the puck. Nice play out in front to the backhand, and they're going to call a penalty there. Obvious hook. Huskies still have it. So that'll be 2 minutes for Gonzaga to kill. They're going to call a high stick on Manlove. Looked like a hook, but, you know, 2 minutes is 2 minutes. That was Jeffrey Pickle generating the scoring opportunity for UW. Haven't seen him in the last few games. Nice job by Rimmerin to walk it out in front, and the shot's deflected. And the puck will stay in the Husky offensive zone. Just 10 seconds gone so far in this power play. Huskies power play unit is Williams, Luigi, Rimmerin, that's Asimanov, Rimmerin, and Strand. The 5 out there right now. Rimmerin bodied off the puck. Nice job this time by Gonzaga to win the play on the boards. Nice cross-ice pass to get the Huskies back in the zone. And a good play by 17 to take his man off the puck and send it down the ice. Williams now looking for a chance to skate it up ice. He's got 2 on him. And Karts came in with a hip check. And big save now on a nice 2-on-1 opportunity. Huskies settle it in the right corner. Smith gives, gets again. Smith walking in, shoots wide. Just missing the net there. Williams unable to hold the puck. Comes back, and both teams will make changes. Williams gets the puck across the red line, but loses it. Huskies forced to regroup again. Huskies a little sloppy here with their zone entries, but they do catch a break. Maloney back down low. Prigadich. Almost a scoring opportunity there, as number 9 was waiting at his opposing blue line, and now as the defender goes down, it's a 2-on-1. Breaking towards the net is Shippey. Shippey gets it, and a beautiful save. We've really seen the Bulldogs goalie excel moving side to side. That's really been his strength. Anticipating the pass, knowing that it's a 2-on-1 opportunity, moving, in this case, right to left, and stopping Shippey, the top scorer for the Huskies. Shippey even managed to elevate the puck. And the draw will come outside the zone. That all came off of a flat tire on the part of a Bulldog defender. Sprung the Huskies for a 2-on-1. And they did eventually execute the pass, but great save by 95. I don't see a backup goalie for the Bulldogs. You almost always dress 2 goalies. Should something happen to your one. But they've got all their eggs in one basket this evening. 12 minutes remain. Clank steers that one out of danger, but it comes back out in front. And Roberts keeping it out of the net once again. Nine to 2 the score. Only goal this period from the visiting team. Hunt clears the zone, but not much more. Hunt back up ice. And again, they cough up the puck. Huskies regain possession this time. Nice job by Pickle, but he misses his man. And they're going to call no ice. Huskies a little bit more ambivalent on that forecheck, allowing some space for the Bulldogs to work and get it out of their zone. And the Bulldogs get it deep. Get a change. Nice job. The Huskies pick it off and come back 2-on-2. That's Maloney hustling. Throwing his body around again. Rimmeran took that shot. Went wide. Azamanov and Maloney come off. And Smith and Rimmeran back on the ice. This is all the way down for an icing. Trying to get a change over there are the Bulldogs. Naughty, naughty. Can't change on an icing. Shot from the point, blocked out in front. Bulldogs bring it up to center ice. Great job by Shippey to get the puck back, get around 1-2 guys, but is eventually taken off the puck and loses his stick. Rott shoots it from center ice. And Roberts decides to hang on. 10.5 to go. Heading into the final 6th of this matchup. Huskies in the driver's seat. 9-2 the score. Huskies turn it over at center ice. Those are the types of plays that you'd like to see a little bit more composure on the puck. Smith had time on the end boards, and you've got to know when you have players around you and when you don't. When you've got the time, you can make an effective breakout pass, move your team forward up the ice instead of just turning the puck over. Again, the Huskies a little sloppy on the breakout. And other teams were really going to punish you for those types of mistakes. Center ice. It's a tip, so they'll wave off the icing. Banga goes into the corner. He loses the battle, but now is once again in the middle of it. Huskies coming back 2-on-2, and it gets by Shippey. Huskies regain the puck. Another good forecheck. So forechecking is when you're attacking the other team when they have the puck. Backchecking is when the other team is skating up the ice and you need to get back, you need to recover, get back up the ice and play defense. Huskies kind of getting tangled in their skates. That was Prigadich trying to make something happen, but eventually it just winds up in the trapper of number 95. So yeah, no backup goalie on that bench. You'd wonder what would happen were 95 to get injured. We saw Tyler Roberts go down for the Huskies, and there's a chance he needed to come off. But in that case, Matt Costa would have replaced him. Pat Costa, rather. Costa is now the single record holder for the most shutouts in a season for the Huskies. 4. Huskies have made it look pretty easy. And they're going to call that a penalty. That's going to go as a penalty every time. Player turns his back, you're not really allowed to go into a player, and they're just going to toss Clank. It's going to be a 5-minute major. Huskies will argue with it, but it was definitely a hit from behind. Yeah, and they'll call it a hit from behind. So Clank is out, trying to find his way off the ice. And that'll do it for his night. The Huskies will have a 5-minute penalty to kill. And no matter what, it will be 5 minutes. Huskies will have to send someone else to serve the penalty. It'll be Blake Strand. And it looks like Morris is going to go in there too. So I don't know if they gave Morris some kind of like unsportsmanlike conduct. So now Morris, the captain, is going to have some words. So I don't really know what 2 players are doing in the box. But it looks like the Huskies are they only have 2 players out there right now, but it looks like they're gonna go 5-on-3. I don't know if they gave Morris some kind of like unsportsmanlike conduct. penalty. So they have 4. Now, really don't know what 2 players are doing in the box. But there will be 4 Huskies. Doesn't look like Morris got a penalty. A diving Bulldog able to keep that opportunity from escalating. Morris is now having a word with the linesman. I'm pretty confused by the penalty call. We don't have a microphone. We don't have a PA announcer. But for whatever reason, the Huskies are down on a 5-on-4. 30 seconds gone. It'll be the remainder of the game at this point. Bulldogs coming in with speed. Nice job by Williams to break it up. Penalty kill is all about blocking the shooting lanes and the passing lanes. It's all about body position. It's all about stick position. So watch how the Huskies, watch where their sticks go. Watch where they put their bodies. Watch how they try and clog things up. Sticks moving from left to right. Really trying to force more conservative shots. Broken stick. And there's going to be 2 penalties on the play. It looked like there were going to be 2, but I don't know. It's definitely a confusing situation. Players are talking to each other in the box. And you know, we're not going to get much closure here. But it does look like it's just going to be 1 penalty. All right, so 1 player goes to the box, number 7, Douglas, for the Zags. So it will be a 4-on-4 situation now. Huskies win the draw, they score! Right off the face-off. Somehow just a defensive collapse. Huskies won the puck straight forward, and Azamanov went to the weak side, received the pass, and put it home with no mistake. I believe we're going to get the Zags player back onto the ice. No. Gotta say, I'm pretty confused about this all. I guess you don't get to come back on the ice with a 4-on-4. I think that was the case, but I don't know. I don't know. So we still have 4-on-4. Still 4-on-4 for the Huskies and the Zags. So lots of open ice. Score is 10-2. Huskies control it in the neutral zone before giving it up. Puck now deep in the Huskies zone. Referee goes down. Blocker saved by Roberts. Belstein gives up the puck. We've seen a lot of those high shots and seeing the frustration for sure from number 17, McCoskey. McCoskey has just not really been on it tonight as far as the target practice goes. Huskies drop a stick. Now it's Gonzaga's turn to drop a stick. Unable to clear the zone of the Huskies. Gonzaga changes 3 of 4. Ali looks up, coughs up the puck. 19 walking in, just too much saucer on that pass. And now we're getting another penalty. It's going to be a trip. It was on the far side. So now after taking the 5-minute major in a game misconduct, the Huskies take another penalty. This is on Azmanov. .5:39 to go. 4-on-3. Huskies on the penalty kill again. Roy shoots. Rebound. Missed. Puck all the way down. Ali wins the race to the puck. Three on two. Entering the zone. The Zags have a lot of space to work. They try to go near side there. It's Rott on the far corner. Now it's going to be a 5-on-3 as the penalty expires. That shot goes high and wide. And now we're going to get another penalty for a slash. That's Gerda Perez with his second penalty of the game. So a short-lived 5-on-3. Things getting sloppy. Lots of stoppages, lots of penalties towards the end of this one. So back to 4-on-4. Rott skating it into the zone. Bowers cross to his partner. Back to the point. Back down to number 27. Ooh, Huskies almost sprung loose there. It's a 4-on-3. It's 4-on-3 actually, right? It's 4-on-3 power play for the Bulldogs. It had been a 5-on-3, but now it's back down to 4. McCoskey. Now he's getting that shot low, but it did hit someone in front. McCoskey wanted the pass on the far side. He's winding up. That's where Alex Ovechkin loves to set up, on that left side with the right-handed shot. Nice save. High blocker side. So now we're back to even strength 4-on-4 action. The Huskies will be the next two to take the power play. Dudley in with a 2-on-1. He's got Maloney. Maloney shoots, and it goes wide. Maloney had space in front of the net. Look at this. We've got a player tangled here. Wow, just, Just a mess out there on the ice right now. Players down everywhere. This guy's upset. Having some words with the ref. This guy lost his helmet. I don't know how to officiate this one. But the Huskies now have 5 men to the Bulldogs 4. Batted out of the air. 3 minutes left in the game. 20 seconds left in the Huskies' power play. A short one. Turnover in their own zone. All the way back. Bogdan. We're going to call another penalty there. It's going to go against Maloney. Maloney's been pretty aggressive tonight, in a physical sense. And I didn't see too much of that penalty, but certainly been throwing his body around. And these are the kind of penalties you don't really need to take. You're up 10-2, 3 minutes left. Let's play the game. So back to 4-on-4, and now 5-on-4 as Gerda Perez comes to the ice, gets involved. Nice blocker save against Williams. And Williams drops his player. Number 9 coming in, and they're going to call a hook. So Gerda Perez had got free, and the Huskies forced to take yet another penalty. That one was a clear penalty. Can't argue there. Joshua Lucci, the latest Husky to be convicted of an offense. So it'll be a 5-on-3 now. Maloney's penalty was a 5-minute major, as this one squirts out in front of the net. So Maloney will be off for the rest of the game. No, sorry. Luigi's penalty was a 5-minute major. I don't really know. The scoreboard's misbehaving. We're not getting calls up here. I'm doing my best. But regardless, it's a 5-on-3. Shot back out in front. Nice series of stops by Roberts, who then snatches it once again out of the air. Shout out to the parents in the bar. Great place to watch hockey. America's newest hockey town. Pretty close to Canada. I think we'd have hockey earlier than last year. Net comes off. But the Dogs have been playing hockey. Dogs have been out here. Under 2 minutes to go now. It's a 5-on-3. The face-off is a wash, but the Huskies come away with it. Goes all the way down the ice. Back onto center ice. Bowers now thinks about it, instead goes to his right. Slap shot goes wide. Bowers again behind the net. Would really love to see, as a shot goes on net to Roberts, would really love to see Gonzaga set something up. I mean, they have so much time and space to work with. They're going to swap out the full platoon. But with a 5-on-3, you really want to work on the passing. You're going to have someone open. Odds are it's going to be on the weak side. So you have 2 players for Gonzaga, one in the high slot, one in the low slot, 2 at the point. Shot low, deflected, and Roberts with a save again. Roberts has had a really good game. 2 goals against, probably around 20 shots. Oh, weak side. Gerda Perez just missed it. Back out to Clates, and that one's seen all the way through by Roberts. The Zags really not getting much on this 5-on-3. Carson, Roy, the defensive pairing. But the Huskies win the draw and send it all the way down the ice. 40 seconds remaining. 10 left in Luigi's penalty. Roy loses the puck, and the Zags are going to have to settle for a dump and chase. Castro doing the chasing. Huskies back to the 5-on-4. Again, another high shot, and again, a glove save. Roberts has looked more and more confident with his glove as the game has gone on. Seeing pucks a lot better than he did in the first period. 18 seconds left in this one. Huskies win it. Nice job to keep the zone. Deflected. Going wide. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And that'll be it. A decisive win for the Huskies by a margin of 10-2. Roberts celebrating with his team, and rightly so. The Huskies played well tonight. Looked pretty smooth. And we'll be back tomorrow night for the series finale between the University of Washington Huskies and the Zags of Eastern Washington, Gonzaga University. We will be back at about 7:30 tomorrow. We'll see you then, folks. Have a good night.